So I just want to share with everybody. I've got this food parcel is really making me excited, and we've done some really great work this week on the food parcel. So it's going to be interesting to get your guys' feedback and see what you think. Wendy, how did it go with Letaba Stokvel?
Okay, Michael, we just need to find the time where we have a four-way meeting. I've spoken to all of them. It was just a matter of just getting a time. We couldn't today, but I think we'll try tomorrow.
Okay, awesome. So good evening, everybody. I've got a couple of things to feedback on. So just to follow up on the last 2 weeks worth of data that was being discussed, we've got the following. So debit orders, I think I'm making some good headway on the debit orders. So let's see what I can do there in the next couple of weeks. From a system perspective, I don't think that there's anything. We've done a whole lot of things in the background. Probably the biggest is the SMSing and the reminding of the SMSs. So just to give you that process, I don't know if anybody has signed a new member up in the last 2 days or so. Anybody can put their hand up and say they have. Otherwise, I'll do a quick report and see if I can pull one off the system. Just to give you a view, so when somebody accepts the SMS invitation on the subscription, so they get the SMS, the invitation on email or SMS, and they then click on it and they complete their profile. In other words, they put name, surname, their phone number will be there, and they put in a password and they sign in. When they sign in, the system says that the subscription's been activated, and it actually takes them to the subscription page. Now, in that environment, which is really cool, the system now sends you an SMS. And I'm going to just create a report quickly, and we can then go through that SMS. So the SMS is really, really cool. The SMS tells you have to make your 690 payment or your 740 payment or whatever the value is, and it gives you the banking details with your reference in the SMS for your wallet fund. And as well as doing that, it gives you a link, and the link actually takes you straight to the payment page. It puts in the 690 Rand or whatever the value is, so the value is pre-populated, and you literally just have to put your card details in and complete the process using your card details. So what does that navigate or circumnavigate? Now you don't need to actually spend too much time showing the new member, yes, okay, now you've got your wallet fund, okay, now contribute, now put your money in. You don't have to do all of that. We've automated that whole process so that the system just SMSs the customer with that data.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great, Michael. Okay. So that's what happens. That happens when somebody has invited a new member.
Yeah, and that new member has obviously clicked on the link and at least signed up. So signed in into the platform.
That's very good.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay, and here is an SMS. And basically, it tells you your subscription is due, and it gives you a link, a bit.ly link. So if you clicked on the link in your SMS, it arrives and it takes you straight to this page. So this is a reminder to pay 390 Rand, and it's literally already, it's going to put the money straight into your float fund from that SMS.
Wonderful.
Okay. Now, what's important is, when do we remind the people about the payment? So you will get a reminder on the month anniversary that your subscription's due. So if your subscription's due on the 2nd of every month, you'll get that SMS with the reminder. At the same time, you'll get an SMS 3 days later, because now you're 3 days into the month, and then every week thereafter, you'll get an SMS. So you'll get an SMS on the 1st of the month, 3 days later, you'll get a reminder SMS, and then every week thereafter, you'll get an SMS reminding you. So we really will be doing our level best to help you or help everybody in the ecosystem, and we've made it super easy. The SMS gives you both the banking details and it gives you your reference number, so you can see straight away what your reference is.
That's good.
The reference number, you still can't get it to be much simpler than that for the person who's paying on the ATM?
I agree that.
So Wendy, the answer to that is yes, we could get it simpler, but with the simplicity comes additional issues. So that's designed to be unique. So obviously, those that are in the know, so those that are really working the business, that they could tell the user to use their cell phone number, and we'd pick it up as well. Okay. So you could either use your cell phone number, but what we're trying to do is make it automated and simple and easy. And the next step that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do the instant EFT. So people can go to, like they would to the card payment environment, and actually do an instant EFT, which will then log into their Capitec bank account and process. So that's the next step that I'm on.
Awesome.
All right. So from a system perspective, I know there was one other thing that we wanted to communicate, which was the insurance, the medical health insurance. Unfortunately, I did have a call scheduled with them this morning, but I missed the call. So I owe everybody an apology. I'm not able to give you feedback because I missed the call. My meeting at 9 o'clock ran over. So I'll definitely will give you feedback on that. But what is really nice is that the Quad Care is up and running on the system. The 200 Rand monthly subscription is there. The profit distribution is there. And obviously, for those of you that live close to one of the 5 Quad Care facilities, you cannot get a better medical product. It physically is impossible because it's just such an amazing offering. Because I want to start sharing with everybody the food parcel, and the food parcel has got 2 branches to it. And I obviously want to just get everybody's input. Remember, now the food parcel is really, really, really taking some cool shape, and I want to show you guys what it looks like. I had 10 of the... Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. With good evening, everybody. With regards to that landing page from the SMS that has been sent,
Yes.
will our members be able to contribute without first completing the FICA documents?
Correct. Explain to you what we did. When we did the move over to AOS, what we did is we forced FICA up front because that was a compliance related issue. But the truth is, for the way we've worked the system, if you're signing up for the first time, you'll pay your 690 as an example, or your 740, and that 690 leaves your ecosystem immediately. It goes into your profile because we don't want anybody to steal it. It goes into an escrow type solution that's your money. You're not paying it into the ambassador's account. Okay. So what we've done is we've moved the FICA process, that you can't do anything else until you FICA when you try and get money out of your profile. So let me explain to you what would happen. I join. I pay my 740 and I join. I then next month pay my I don't know 390, and I now want want to take out 1,000 rands worth of referral income. The system will force you to complete the FICA process if you haven't done it by then. Every time that you log in, the system will ask you to do your FICA, but you can close it. You can basically tell it to go away. But you won't be able to access any of your referral income or any of your savings until you've actually done the FICA. Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense.
Okay, cool. So
Thank you
that's
very
and the other reason that I did that, Cabello, was we had 100,000 rands worth of money that wasn't it was actually referral income that wasn't going into your float fund because you hadn't FICA'd. And because you hadn't FICA'd, there was now, call it 500 rand waiting to go into the float fund, which meant that your subscription didn't run, which means your upline didn't get their referral. So I had to fix that problem. I had to allow the money to go in because you were compromising everybody else in the ecosystem by not FICAing. You with me?
Yes, I'm with you, Michael.
Okay, cool. All right. So here we have 12.5 kilo maize meal from Ace. We have 3 different. We had Lucky Star, Chakalaka, we got pilchards, we got beans, we got oil, we got jam, peanut butter, long grain rice, brown beans, we got brown sugar, salt, a very long bar of green soap, multi-purpose soap, some soup, tea bags, and creamer. So what we've done in this exercise is we've been into the townships. We've had a look at the pricing from the spaza shops, and I must tell you, for those of you that have never done the price checks, you'll be amazed at how competitive the pricing is in the spaza shops, which for me was unbelievable. It wouldn't make sense to you that Pick n Pay would be the same price or more expensive than a spaza shop based on the volume that Pick n Pay buys. But I can tell you, my friends, it's a reality. So this price that you see here at Pick n Pay is 540 rands worth. What we're doing is we're distributing these parcels currently into the people that are being sponsored food on our platform. But what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to say, let's empower everybody in Adabit to be able to sell a subscription for 540 rand, and that will then deliver this food to the family members, and we can decide whether we want it every 2 weeks, once a month, and I just want to start getting a sizable testing ecosystem. So when we first did this in the middle of last year, we launched with Tiger Brands. We did a 4 kilo and an 8 kilo and a 13 kilo. This is a 27 kilo parcel. So there's a lot of moving parts, and I really want to test it and get it going in volume. So be able to do 100 or 200 or 300 of these parcels to really get all the problems ironed out, so that we can then say, okay, people don't like this brown rice, or they don't like this brown sugar, or whatever the case is, and we can start fine-tuning it. Cabello, you're a numbers guy. On this 540 rand, how much do you think we can feed the channel with?
Out of 540.
Yeah, so how much from that 540 can we like if you look at Travel Buddies, there's 150 Rand out of the 390 Rand that gets split to the channel. How much of that 540 do you think we can, would you think possible that we could split?
$100.
Yeah, so it's 130 Rand. Plus to individuals, or we deliver to an ambassador in a community, and you collect from the ambassador. So it would need to be somebody that lives in your street or in your block, as opposed to somebody that lives 5 kilometers up the road. But what's really amazing is, in effect, you would be paying the same price as Pick n Pay or Checkers, and you would get that product delivered into your community. And 130 Rand will be shared with the ambassador program, with, you know, in the ambassador structure. How cool is that?
That's 540 worth of a subscription.
Yeah, it's a 540 subscription. So basically 24% of, so if you think about it, this is like going to Pick n Pay and getting a 24 to 34% discount on the food. And what we're saying is we're not going to discount it. We're going to give that to the ambassadors as an income.
Just clarify, Michael, are you you're talking about distributing food parcels on a charity basis or on a commercial basis?
So there are two structures, Wendy. On the one structure, we're doing it on a commercial basis. So I will activate that subscription into the Travel Buddies channel, and people can start selling those food parcels for 540 Rand.
Okay.
On the other side, what we're doing is we're working with a lot of donor money where where these parcels are being sponsored. So they're giving us 540 Rand and they're sponsoring Michael to get a parcel. And so then we arrange for that parcel to be delivered to Michael. What we've done in that ecosystem is we've allowed for an ambassador or a spaza shop to hold stock. So as an example, we will deliver 10 parcels to Wendy, and we can then see that the person that we need to feed lives in Wendy's street, and we will tell Wendy, listen, Michael's coming to fetch a parcel from you, please issue it. The nice thing with that is we've built an income stream for the ambassadors, because I don't believe it should be done for free. So that's what I'm working on, but obviously I haven't got all that detail that I can share just yet. There's a lot of moving parts. But what I'm able to share as it stands right now is I've got 10 of these parcels in my dining room, so I can physically see the product. It looks good. It's not inferior product. It's not like you're getting sub quality, and you're able to you know, I've sent 100 parcels down to Port Elizabeth already. So we're distributing these parcels from a charitable process. And what I'd like to do when I'm ready is I would like to then use every single one of our 40,000 people on Adabit who knows somebody, sees somebody, hears of somebody that's desperate for a food parcel. They could basically send them a subscription invite, and we would then try and look for donors to feed to pay for that subscription, so that they in turn can get some food. The thing that I need everybody to understand is the TER program. In my opinion, there's something's happening with the government. There's something happening. I can't tell you what it is, but the TER program for May has not paid out. I don't know anybody that's received the May TER claims, and we're almost at the end of June. we do know that the hotel and that ecosystem, the lockdown's over for them, so they're all going to be going back to work, and we're seeing as a result, retrenchments are literally, like I'm getting it from my business community all day. And so now more than ever, we're going to need to come together, help identify who really needs help. So no Tutsi business. You can't be feeding people that don't need the food, number one. And number two, we've got to put these measures in place that we can honestly make a meaningful impact and get this food to people. And in my opinion, we've got over 10,000 ambassadors on the Adabit platform, who all of them, should feel my love and the way we try to do things. And I would expect every single one of them to say, "Shis, this person's hungry. How can we help?" And so that's what I'm working on. Obviously, we've there's so many moving parts, and give you some example. So Mealie Meal in Joburg, you can't. It's too expensive to ship the Mealie Meal from Joburg to Port Elizabeth. So you actually got to find a mill in Port Elizabeth that can make the Mealie Meal in Port Elizabeth to distribute into that local area. And these are things that they're not that's not what I've spent 20 years doing. But we need to be competitive, and we need to make sure that for every 500 Rand that we get donated, goes to the right cause, and it doesn't get spent on courier fees and that kind of stuff. So that's where I'm at, and the food program is at, and I really just wanted to share it with you guys, talk to you through it. Yeah, 100%. So obviously I had one funder that paid for 100 of these parcels to be shipped to Port Elizabeth for 100 people, and they will do 100 every 2 weeks. So they've committed to 500 of them. So at this point in time, Edith, it's really about, we have to match the people out there that are on the base, that are hungry, and the people out there that have got money to donate. And those currently, as it stands now, the people that have got money to donate already know who they want to give the parcel to. Whereas I'm saying there are lots of people out there that don't belong to a church, or don't belong to an employer that loves them and cares for them. And so how do we help those people? By using our network.
Yeah, because
Well,
there's lots.
Michael, yeah, this is great initiative. In terms of the information that you would want, I mean, you're a technology guy. It's easy. Each ambassador, if he identifies somebody, can find a portal and upload the details of that person, maybe including a picture, straight where the person is, and the phone number, so you can start building up a database.
Yeah, so Wendy, that'll be a subscription. So we'll just they'll subscribe them to a food parcel, like you would do a Zerts Health product. So it's exactly the same. So you literally just send them an invite and help them complete their profile, and we'll force the delivery address in that subscription.
The challenge there in the way that we do business is that the person who is that destitute might not be able to work on our technology.
Yeah, so
might not have data to start off with, might not have a smartphone, secondly.
100%. So we have another solution, which I'm working on, where actually the ambassador can capture all of that data for them. So it's in the pipeline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
But in principle, it would really be each person that takes on that subscription would get a food parcel fund the donor would put in 540 Rand into the fund. The fund would then say you have one food parcel voucher to redeem, and then you would go to a spaza shop or an ambassador or some point that we could map to you closest by to you, that you would then actually go and redeem it. So when you redeem it, the system knows that you're taking one parcel from Wendy. Wendy had 10 parcels, she's now down to 9. So we'll be able to track the parcels real time out in the field.
Okay, second question is the spaza shops where you redeem it. Have you got that figured out?
Yeah, so we've done a whole lot of tests in Diepsloot and one or two other townships where we've actually tested with the spaza shop, so the redemption process. So I just need to fine tune that a little bit more. But to be honest, the spaza shop's one ecosystem. You know, I believe if our ambassadors are going to find people that are hungry, they could, for want of a better word, become the spaza shop. In other words, we could deliver 10 or 20 parcels to Goza, and Goza could distribute those parcels to the community members that he's already identified. So that's how I expect it to be. Obviously, one of the things for us is, you know, how do we remain relevant inside the community, and how do we make sure that the spaza shops also continue to survive? So if I'm getting a food voucher currently for 540 Rand and I'm going to Pick n Pay to buy my food, the spaza shop's excluded. So one of the reasons we wanted to include the spaza shop is because he's also feeling the pressure of the you know, this COVID pandemic. So the view was, okay, could we say that for every hamper or every parcel that the spaza shop issues to one of the people that come to collect it, can we give them 10 Rand or 15 Rand as a job, you know, as a commission for doing a job? They actually had to do something. And so therefore we would then give the spaza shop an income stream as well in that environment.
Okay.
Which technically, in my opinion, a spaza shop is like a super ambassador. It's the same, I see them as the same type of individual. That's why I'm working so hard on it, because I think once COVID's over, if you were getting, I mean, think about it, you don't have to travel. Now you're paying the same price as Pick n Pay, but it's coming to your door, or you're walking to a neighbor to fetch it. You don't have to be traveling by a taxi and you know, using public transport, and like that's in my opinion, a major plus. Okay, so Maureen, is there anything that's missing in this parcel? So is there of milli meal enough? How long would a family of 4 live on a 12.5 kilos of ACE milli meal?
It could take them easily, I think, 3 weeks.
Okay.
3 weeks, I think.
Okay.
Is there cooking oil?
Yeah, there it is there. But it's only 750 mils, so I think that's too little.
That's too little. At least, let's see, a 2 liter or 3 liter.
And the rice and the beans, I mean, 2 kilos of each, is that good?
2 kilos. You know, instead of rice, I think SEMP would be better. That's my opinion. I don't know how the rest feel. SEMP.
Damp and beans is delightful.
Yes, SEMP and beans goes hand in hand, yeah.
Traditionally, you know, we're able to go and buy it now, are a little bit more money conscious, so that, you know, if it's delivered to the door for the same price as the spaza shop or Pick n Pay, and there's 5 families or 4 families that are earning money in the actual distribution from level 1, 2, 3, and 4, you know, that's really what we're trying to say. Does that offset? I've really gained some good insight from you guys tonight. So thank you very much. We'll let you know as soon as the 2 subscriptions are available. So there'll be a 1 subscription where somebody's going to pay 540 Rand for the hamper, and there's going to be another subscription where you'll basically be sponsoring a 540 hamper, and we would then get our donors to pay for that. Okay, so Alison wants to know, as an ambassador, are you able to help people that don't have phones? And I would imagine that answer is yes.
Yes, because the ambassador can do it.
100%, yeah. Okay, cool. So that's it, guys. It's I do believe that it's going to become tighter and tighter out there. I see we've had a whole lot of record days of people dying and people getting infected. So please stay safe, stay protected, keep your loved ones close and out of mass gatherings. And I look forward to touching base with you all next week.